You can have the best data, the most logical arguments, and the most beautiful slides. But if your presentation has no story, no heart, no emotion, it will be forgotten before the coffee break is over. People don't remember facts and figures. They remember stories. They remember how you made them feel. In a previous lesson, we learned the mindset of Michael Jordan to be confident and prepared. That is the foundation. But today, we are going to add the magic. We are going to learn how to be a storyteller. We are going to learn how to give a presentation that no one will ever forget. Welcome back to our series, Level Up Your Career. I'm your host, Scarlett. Today, we are moving beyond just presenting information. We are learning to create an experience for our audience. In this episode, we will turn this challenge into a creative masterclass. First, we will join our friend Leo as his mentor. Mia teaches him how to transform a boring, data-heavy presentation into a captivating story. Second, we will master 7 essential vocabulary words for storytelling and public speaking. And finally, for our language focus, we will learn how to paint with words using the power of figurative language. Are you ready to become an unforgettable speaker? A great story has the power to change minds and inspire action. Let's join Leo as he prepares for the biggest presentation of his career. He has the facts, but he's missing the magic. Part 1. The Boring Blueprint. Our story begins 1 week before a major company-wide meeting. Leo has been chosen to present the results of a big project. He feels prepared, but he also feels that his presentation is boring. He decides to ask his manager and mentor, Mia, for her advice.
Mia, do you have a minute? I wanted to show you my presentation draft for next week.
Of course, Leo. Let's see what you've got. Okay, so first I will present the data from Q1, then I will show the results from Q2.
It's very logical and clear. But it's boring, right? It just feels like a list of facts. I'm worried people will fall asleep.
You're right. It's missing the most important ingredient. It's missing a story.
A story? But this is a business presentation, not a movie.
Every great presentation is a movie. Your audience members are the heroes of that movie.
The heroes? What do you mean by that?
I mean, they have a problem, and your project is the magical tool that helps them solve it.
So I shouldn't just present the data?
No, you need to frame the data inside a narrative. Let me show you a simple formula.
A formula? Okay, I'm listening.
It's called the problem, solution, vision formula. It works every time.
Problem, solution, vision. I like the sound of that.
It's easier than you think. Let's start with the problem.
Every great story starts with a problem, a challenge, a villain to defeat. To capture your audience's attention, you must first make them care. Let's see how Mia teaches Leo to do exactly that. Part 2. The Storytelling Formula. Mia stands up and walks to the whiteboard in her office. She explains the 3 parts of the storytelling formula to Leo. First, the problem. Mia explains, "Don't start with your results. Start with the problem that your project solved. Talk about the pain point that the audience was feeling before your project existed. Use emotional, vivid language. Make them remember the difficulty. This creates a villain for your story. Second, the solution. Mia continues. Now that you have established the problem, you introduce your project as the hero. The solution. This is where you present your data and your results. But don't just show a chart. Explain what it means. Tell the story of the data. For example, instead of saying, sales increased by 20%, say, and then, something amazing happened. Our new strategy started to work, and our sales climbed by 20%. And third, the vision. Mia finishes. Finally, after you have shown them how you solved the old problem, you must paint a picture of the future. What is the new, better world that is possible now because of your project? This is your vision. It's the happily ever after of your business story. It gives your audience a feeling of hope and excitement. Leo is looking at his boring slides with new eyes. He now sees that his presentation isn't a report. It's a hero's journey, and his audience is the hero. Now that Leo has the structure of a great story, he needs to learn the language of a great storyteller. How do you make your ideas not just understood, but felt? Part 3. Painting with words. Leo and Mia continue their coaching session, now focusing on the language itself.
Okay, I love this formula, but my language is still very dry and factual.
I understand. That's because you're explaining, not describing. You need to paint a picture.
Paint a picture? How do I do that?
You use figurative language, similes, and metaphors. It makes your ideas memorable. For example, when you talk about the problem, don't just say, "It was a difficult situation."
What should I say instead?
The situation was like a tangled knot that no one could untie.
Oh, I see. It creates a picture in their mind.
Exactly. And for the solution, don't just say, our strategy worked well.
I should use a metaphor, like our strategy was a key that unlocked the problem.
Perfect. That's so much more powerful. It turns a boring fact into a memorable image.
So I should think like a poet, not just a project manager.
Precisely. And one last thing. Talk to your audience, not at them. Ask them questions.
Like, have you ever felt this way? Or imagine a world where...
You got it. Now you're not just a speaker, you are a guide, leading them on a journey.
Wow. Thank you, Mia. I feel so much more confident now.
Now that we have the powerful tools for telling an unforgettable story, let's become language experts and analyze the key vocabulary of a master presenter. Part 4. Language focus. First, our 7 essential vocabulary words for today's lesson. Our first word is storytelling. Storytelling is the art of telling stories to engage an audience. For example, great leaders are often masters of storytelling. Our second word is to captivate. To captivate means to hold someone's attention completely. For example, his goal was to captivate the audience from his very first sentence. Our third word is analogy. An analogy is a comparison between two things that helps to explain an idea. For example, a presentation is like a movie, is a useful analogy. Next, we have impact. An impact is a powerful effect that something has. For example, using stories will increase the impact of your presentation. Our fifth phrase is to engage. To engage your audience means to get their attention and make them feel involved. For example, asking questions is a great way to engage your audience. The sixth word is memorable. Memorable means easy to remember because it is special or unusual. For example, a good story makes your key message more memorable. And our final word is vision. A vision is a clear idea of what the future could be like. For example, you should end your presentation with a powerful vision for the future. Now for our grammar focus. Figurative language, similes and metaphors. This is the grammar of poets and great speakers. It's how you paint with words. A simile is a comparison of two different things using the magic words like or as. It's a way of saying one thing is similar to another. The structure is like plus a noun or as plus adjective plus as plus a noun. For example, the problem was like a tangled knot. Or, his idea was as bright as the Sunday. A metaphor is a stronger, more direct comparison. It says one thing is another thing. It often uses the verb to be. The structure is noun plus is divided by R plus noun. For example, our new strategy was a key that unlocked the problem. Or, her voice is music to my ears. Using this figurative language will make your ideas more vivid, more emotional, and much more memorable. You've learned the secrets of a master storyteller. Now, how can you practice these skills to make your own presentations unforgettable? Part 5. Practice tips for the 4 skills. For listening, find and watch one of the most viewed TED Talks of all time. As you listen, don't just focus on the information. Focus on the story. Try to identify the problem-solution vision structure. Listen for the similes and metaphors the speaker uses. For speaking, this is your main workout. Go to your AI tutor. Your prompt is, I am going to practice a 1-minute presentation about the benefits of learning English. My goal is to use the problem-solution vision structure. Then, use your voice to deliver your mini presentation. For reading, find the script of a famous movie speech online. Read it and highlight all the figurative language, similes and metaphors, and the questions that the speaker uses to engage the audience. And for writing, this is a fantastic exercise. In your journal, think about a small problem you solved this week. Write a short 3-paragraph story about it using the problem-solution vision formula. Part 6. Your next action. Today, we have learned that a presentation is not a report. It is a performance. It is a story. It is a chance to take your audience on a journey and to change the way they think and feel. You are not just a speaker. You are a guide. You are a storyteller. As we conclude, let's quickly summarize our lesson. First, we learned the powerful problem solution vision formula for structuring any presentation like a story. Second, we learned how to paint with words, using figurative language, and how to engage our audience by asking questions. We also learned 7 essential vocabulary words for this topic. As a review, those words were storytelling, to captivate, analogy, impact, to engage, memorable, and vision. Now, I have a final challenge for you. Think of a simple object, like a book or a cup of coffee. How can you describe it using a simile or a metaphor? For example, this book is like a door to another world. Share your creative comparison in the comments below if you are committed to making this mindset a part of your life. Show your energy by smashing that like button. Be a hero for a friend by sharing this video with someone who has a big presentation coming up. And to lock in your commitment to learning, subscribe and smash that notification bell so you don't miss the next lesson in our Level Up Your Career series. Remember, people may forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Until next time, take care and happy learning.